Greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome to the Glitchy Out Gaming Report for the week of December the 12th. That's right, folks, we are rolling through December, and this episode probably not going to be that long, to be quite honest with you. Bit of a headache now when I'm recording this, but probably the only time I'm going to get to record this. And yeah, some of our videos this week probably won't be as good as they should be. I know Tuesday Throwdown won't have audio commentary this week, so apologies in advance if you're looking forward to that. And also this week, I really don't have a topic of the week. However, I will be doing the second annual Glitchy Awards very soon. You might remember earlier this year, back when the podcast was still going with me and Izzy, we did an awards version of the podcast. Since I'm doing the report now, I'll be doing that my own, but for the topic of the week, I'm going to run down through the categories. I'll probably post them on the video as well, probably right at the end, so stay tuned for that. Or I'll put them up when I'm doing them, maybe? I don't know. It all depends on the time I get to edit this video as well. But anyways, look forward to that. And I'm putting the categories out there early because I'd like to hear from you guys on what you would nominate, and I'll include that on the show when I do it. But anywho, let's dive into this episode. We're going to start, as we start off every episode of the Glitched Out Gaming Report, with what I've been playing this week. I've dabbled a little bit more into The Last Guardian, Final Fantasy 15. Very shortly, anyway, because of that game I just said. I finished up Hitman. I did the last 3 missions. I think that's what I had left since last week when I recorded. Finished those up. Really impressed. Really enjoyed it. I'll probably go back to it eventually. Maybe. Probably not likely. But I can definitely see the replayability in that, and I can definitely see now how the episodic formula would have worked. So, kudos to you, Square Enix. Definitely looking forward to Season 2, and I may have to get on that as they release. So, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff there, folks. I did play a little bit more of Pokemon Sun and Moon, or Pokemon Sun because I don't own Moon. Digging it. Really, really digging that game. It's awesome. It's so good. But the game that I do want to talk about this week, folks, is a game that I was extremely excited for last week when I did the show. I put in a fair bit of time right now. I'm still not done. Still playing through it. And that, of course, is The Last Guardian. And I'm going to be honest, I never thought anything would dethrone Uncharted 4 for my game of the year, but The Last Guardian, it has a shot, folks. I'm not sure yet because I'm not finished the game. By the time this podcast goes up, I should be done the game. I'm hoping to finish it up now, tonight, Saturday night, and probably Sunday. But yeah, I'm loving it. It's so good. And stuff people have said about the camera and the controls are kind of, true. It's kind of janky a bit controlling it, and the camera can be all over the place at times. But it has not deterred away my excitement of the game, because I went into this game knowing, hey, I'm getting a late PS2 or early PS3 game in terms of the controls, the camera, that kind of stuff. I'm here for the story, for the adventure, and man, has it delivered so far. And the AI for Trico is kind of mind-boggling at times. And I fell in love with Trico as soon as I was able to pet him. You pet him and it's so fucking cute, man. So cute. and how he'll whimper when you wander off somewhere he can't get to. It's adorable. It's kind of sad when you kind of do that, but it's so cute at the same time. He really does act like a cat, which is so funny. And over time, as the two of you are adventuring together, he adapts a bit more to you and is able to follow commands and whatnot. So it's really cool. I'm really loving the game. I posted up my collector's edition unboxing there Tuesday night, I believe, after I had the game. I posted that up, so that's on my channel. You can go check that out to see the very, very nice statue. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing. I have more thoughts on The Last Guardian, of course, when the Glitchy Awards rolls around and I'm able to really dive in and talk about it. Hell, I may talk about it next week, because I'll have the game finished at that point, and I'll say, was it worth the price of a collector's edition? Yay, nay, in between somewhere. But yeah, digging it, loving it. And now, folks, it's time to dive into the news. And yeah, this is going to be a quick episode, I can already tell. Alright, first news story, and that is that Dragon Quest Heroes 2 for PlayStation 4 is coming to North America on April 25th, and in Europe on April the 28th. So awesome, we're getting the second Dragon Quest Heroes game. That's really cool. Go out and buy it, folks, to really encourage Square Enix on bringing out 11. Though at this point, since they've brought over 7, and they're bringing over 8 for the 3DS now in January, and they're doing this, I think it's pretty much a guarantee at this point that we're going to get Dragon Quest 11 over here. Because Square's been doing a very, very good job of localizing their stuff lately. So, massive kudos to them. I probably won't be picking this one up personally. I would love to, but first part of the year, man, it's gonna be crazy, and I may have to do a topic of the week eventually, just in the next couple of weeks anyway, regarding my most anticipated games coming up in 2017. Maybe break it down month by month, just pick one game that we know of right now. The first part of next year is top loaded as it is. But yeah, I'm really rambling on here now. But yeah, cool. Dragon Quest Heroes 2 coming to the West. Next up, this is kind of bittersweet. A friend of mine messaged me on Skype the other day and was like, dude, they're making new Wild Arms and Arc the Lad games. I was like, oh, really? And I quickly looked it up, and hey, Sony announces smartphone games lineup, including Hot Shots Golf, Wild Arms, Parappa, NIS titles, and Square Enix projects, and more. So, all of the announcements so far, just for Japan, include Hot Shots Golf, No Heroes Allowed Dash, No Heroes Allowed. That was a really fun game. So yeah, there's that. There's the Arc the Lad and Wild Arms reboot projects. The cool thing about this is that they include the original staff is working on these, so that's really neat. So hopefully they're good. Doko Demo Iyashu, Parappa, and Boku no Natsumi are coming. Disgaea and Yamawari from NIS. Yamawari, I've been wanting to play that because I think it came from the same guys that did the game HNI #Q The Firefly Diary. So I really want to check that game out. It's still kind of pricey, so I'm kind of waiting. And stuff from Square Enix. I don't think they had it. Yeah, Square Enix and Forward Works are progressing on a joint project for smartphones. Details will be announced at a later date. There are some new IPs, but and there's a yokai watch for Project Field. which is kind of interesting that Yokai Watch is coming here and, you know, primarily on Nintendo platforms so far, but cool. Kind of neat, I guess. More games, more actual games coming out on mobile. That's a good thing. Though I would really, really, really love it if they kind of ported the Arc the Lad and Wild Arms games over onto the PlayStation Vita. Because, come on, do it. Alright, next up we got some Nintendo Switchy news. Which, by the way, go watch the reveal on the Jimmy Fallon show. Fucking awesome. Got me more excited for the Switch. But yes, Season of Heaven announced as a Nintendo Switch exclusive. Written by Jose Otero over on IGN. He writes, a new game joins the short list of announced games for Nintendo Switch. An independent French developer, Any Arts Production, has unveiled a Seasons of Heaven. Seasons of Heaven is a Switch exclusive game using Unreal 4. And the game is based on a French novel of the same name written by Nico Agostio. The story follows a small group of survivors as they try to survive in a post-apocalyptic, barren world where a bulk of humanity has died. The group learns to evolve in the new world. The developer said the players will be able to alternate between two characters with separate gameplay sequences. And in some of the screenshots you see a boy and a little pug. So cute. Looks interesting. The screenshots look gorgeous. So something to look forward to. I'm picking up a Switch, knowing that it'll actually have some new games and just not ports. And folks, like I said, this was kind of a dry week. I looked around, poked around a little bit. Could have went deeper into the Switch rumors, but I'm not going to. I could have covered that Super Mario Run is going to be online only, which is the stupidest thing ever. I wasn't picking that up anyway, especially since I use Android. Coming in for me till next year, and I'm probably not going to be able to run it anyway. Though it would kind of be weird if I was able to play it, a Nintendo game, on a Sony phone. Anyways, since I couldn't really find anything else of real big note that I wanted to go over, I decided to pop over to the PlayStation blog, and we got ourselves The Drop, the new releases for the week of December the 13th. So I may have to bring back the voice here now, folks, the announcer voice. Which, that isn't it anyway. So, let's go through the list of games coming out this week, shall we? First off, we have Bridge Constructor, PlayStation 4, digital release. Become an appraised bridge engineer and architect in Bridge Constructor. Create and design your own constructions and watch vehicles pass over them, or see them fall and crash while your inferior creations collapse due to the laws of physics. I do believe this was a mobile game. Now it's releasing on PlayStation 4. Store may need a bit of cleanup. And now, folks, the next iteration in the classic game series, the official game series of the old Canuck podcast. We have Don Bradman Cricket 17, releasing digitally on PlayStation 4 on December the 15th, a Friday release. Let's do it. I definitely had to talk about this one because otherwise I think Big Boss out there would kill me. And not Big Boss from Metal Gear Solid, Big Boss as in the_Highwind32, Marco Marcus. He writes, Big Boss doesn't write, it would be amazing if Big Boss wrote this. The description reads as, Don Brightman Cricket 17 brings new revolutionary control system delivering the best batting, bowling, and fielding experience by providing you an even greater level of variety and precision of play. Motion captured first class cricketers, including female cricketers for the first time in all game modes. Awesome. If the game was actually cheaper, I'd probably pick it up for a larf. Next up we have Drive, releasing on PlayStation 4 digitally. Drive is a racing game unlike any other, where players must drive their cars to victory across multiple tracks at the same time. To place well on every track you're racing on, you're going to have to hop track to track on a regular basis. Cool concept. Next up we have Fat City VR, releasing for PlayStation VR on the 15th. In this action puzzler spread throughout the 5 boroughs of New York City, players will use their cunning and brainpower to plan raids and execute getaways to pool in the big bucks in the city that never sleeps. Next up we have Feast for PlayStation 4 digitally. This kind of looks like that game Badlands. That's what I'm getting the vibe here from anyway, just looking at the screenshot. Lots of like black silhouetted creatures roaming around. Feast is a multi-award winning, beautifully handcrafted action game. It follows the story of a fragile little fur creature, and despite its attempt to rescue its mate from the clutches of a pack... It follows the story of a fragile little fur creature and its desperate attempt to rescue its mate from the clutches of a pack of malicious predators. Interesting. Probably another mobile game. Her Majesty's Spiffing. The Empire staggers back. Wow, I'm looking at the screenshot here. This is all kinds of Star Wars ripoff, and probably even Spaceballs ripoff, by the look of it. Assuming command of the near-futuristic spaceship HMSS Imperialize and her crew, you will venture into the cosmos solving puzzles, engaging in witty banter, deal with crippling claustrophobia, gradually succumb to the sustained exposure of cosmic radiation, and so on. All for Queen and Country. Okay. Next up we have I Expect You to Die for PlayStation VR digitally. I Expect You to Die is a virtual reality puzzle game that places you in the well-polished shoes of an elite secret agent. You must attempt to survive deadly situations in immersive and dangerous locations. Complete each operation using platform-solving skills and wits. Oh god, platforming in VR. Sorry, problem-solving skills and wits, not platforming. Thank Christ. Oh, and the power of telekinesis that all our agents are equipped with. That's a nice way to use VR. Nice little hook. We have The Little Acre. The Little Acre follows Aiden and his daughter, blah 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 blah. Magnet Knights, releasing on the 15th. Maldicia Calistria EX for PlayStation 4 digitally on the 15th. Man, no Vita games so far this week. Motor Strike Immortal Legends, releasing on the 15th. A new action racing experience compete against your friends in a frenzied... It's Twisted Metal ripoff. Perfect comes out on PlayStation 4 digitally. Perfect is a virtual yeah, how come this isn't VR? Like, it says PlayStation 4 digitally. But this, the description says, is a virtual reality escapism at its purest. Leave behind the daily grind and slip away to beautiful and relaxing locations. Made possible through VR. Visit several stunning and interactive destinations, from sun-drenched beaches and peaceful mountains to spectacular northern lights. Instantly accessible, yet endlessly captivating. Ooh. Should specify that's for PlayStation VR, not PS4. Next up, the biggest game of the week, Stardew Valley, finally gets its PS4 release. Also out on Xbox One as well. I believe it releases the 13th on the Xbox One, or sorry, the 14th, the day after when the store updates there. You've inherited it's Harvest Moon, but more awesome. And I am probably going to grab this. Just grab it and nom 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 nom. Put it on the Vita though. That got delayed. Trove releases on PlayStation 4 digitally. It's a voxel-based action MMO. Okay, don't care. And that's it for the releases for this week. So, not a whole lot. No Vita games, so yeah, there's nothing to be interested in there, folks. Alright, so with that ado, let us move into the topic of the week for this week, in which I'm going to run down quickly the list of categories that I will be going through on the second annual Glitchy Awards. And this year, folks, I need your help. I need your input. So, this is the rundown that we have. First off, best soundtrack. So, let me know what you think is the best soundtrack and give a run. That's the other thing, folks, about these nominations. I want you to give me your pick. Plus, I want you to give me a runner-up. Okay? Cool. Sounds cool? Sounds cool. So, best soundtrack, best visuals, and I've basically just copied and pasted these from last year. I don't think I've included anything new. It doesn't look like it. Okay. So, best visuals, best RPG, best action adventure, best shooter, best handheld game, and not that mobile crap. I'm talking true handheld. I'm talking 3DS or the Vita. That's what deserves to be nominated here, folks. Don't give me that mobile trash. Not a real game unless it comes to the Vita or the 3DS to a lesser extent. Best trailer for a game, best downloadable only game, so a game that you can't buy physically, like Stardew Valley. What game out there was the best downloadable only game this year? Best DLC. I remember last year quite fondly, I believe I gave that to Mario Kart. Best remastered game, so we're talking The Last of Us Remastered, the Borderlands Handsome Collection. Yes, this year the BioShock Collection. Can't remember many remasters this year. I'm not talking remakes either, but remasters. Things that were just up-res. Most disappointing game, because everything cannot be positive. Game that you bought, but want to play more of. I'll just give a quick example there of my own, Star Ocean 5. I bought that game. I definitely want to get back to that game. Not sure when that's going to happen, though. Game that we didn't... I'm reading this off last year. I need to edit these. Game that you bought... game that you didn't buy, but plan to at some point. I'll give another quick example for me there. Inside. Still haven't bought that yet. Really want to play it. So that'll probably make it for me there. And then the final two categories. Because we didn't do a Game of the Year on the Glitchy Awards last year. I'm not going to do that again this year. Instead, I will be highlighting 5 games that I thought was awesome in 2016, and I want you to do the same thing. What were 5 games in no particular order? Not asking you to rank them 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, nothing like that. But 5 games that you thought were awesome in 2016, and 5 games that you are looking forward to in 2017. And that's it for the categories there, folks. That is the Glitchy Awards categories. And that's going to do it for the topic of the week. Like I said, I really didn't have anything for the topic of the week this week, so apologize. I'm sorry if you were looking forward to a better show this week. Fortunately, I just don't have it this week. I wanted to, but yeah, sorry folks. Sorry. Hopefully next week's episode will be much better. Especially if do end up doing the Glitchy Awards next week. We'll have a whole lot of games to talk about. Alright, so with that, let us dive into the questions and comments from this past week. Get my notes pulled back up. Alright, so on the video itself, Aaron B wrote, our main man Aaron B. He responded to both the Game Awards and the PSX Showcase. So for the Game Awards, he says, I don't care about any of the awards, because it's all a big corporate circle jerk. But I was glad to see Overwatch get some love. It is my Game of the Year as well. Cool. I don't know what to say about the bizarre Death Stranding trailer, but I am loving the cast that Kojima Productions is assembling. I really liked what they showed for Zelda, but I think it's time for that game to stop releasing trailers and just release already. Amen, brother. And hopefully it doesn't get delayed as rumor is saying right now. And over on the PSX showcase, he says, the best of the two shows, I agree. Loved the Crash Bandicoot remake. Stop calling it a bloody remaster, people. I think I might have did that last week too, but yeah, it's definitely a remake. And was happy to see Marvel vs. Capcom 4 announced. I am nervous about rumors about Capcom only using MCU characters, though as some of my favorite fighters are on the Fox and Sony licenses. Now, I did respond to the comment in the video, but kind of want to, before I continue on here from your comment, Aaron, I'm pretty sure they'll be able to use the Sony one, so we may see a return of Venom. Spider-Man, I think, is a given, especially because of the movie coming out next year, and given the fact that Spider-Man is in the MCU now, the joint work between Disney and Sony on everything for Spider-Man rejoining the Marvel characters. So I think anybody in Sony's movie library will get a shot at into this game. And fingers crossed that we get Carnage, man. Carnage would be awesome. Love him. And to continue on with your comment here, Aaron, and for the biggest reveal, The Last of Us Part 2, I'm pretty indifferent. I respected and enjoyed the first game, but don't revere it as much as my peers. I'm sure it will have a good narrative and high production value, just like all of Naughty Dog games for the past 10 years. Cool. Awesome to hear from you. And Aaron, being the awesome dude that he is, posted the video over onto outlaw-gamers.com, and we got a wide range of comments over there as well, including one from Aaron himself, who he did pose the question of what was the best reveal for you, along with the video. And the bunch of comments that we got here, first from Aaron B. For me personally, I think it was the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, but I'm also very pleased with the casting of the Death Stranding team is doing. Lance Latham, for me, The Last of Us 2 was not expecting it, and it was a great introduction to the next story. Lots to think about. Aussie Legend, our man from Down Under, says The Last of Us 2, although it was leaked that it was coming, was the obvious big one. Looking forward to checking out Windjammers after all the high praise too. Yeah, me too, man. I really want to check out that game now. Soul Nibbler, as for reveals, probably the Uncharted thingy. Death Stranding was a cool trailer. The actual best thing were oh man. The actual best thing were the guys in the crowd violently cheering at the Marvel vs. Capcom announcements. Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. And finally, Aaron the Adequate says, to be honest, I didn't find myself all that interested in any of it. Even the little Zelda gameplay tease just felt tedious at this point. Death Stranding looked cool and freaking weird, but we all know it's going to be 2023 before we see that game on a shelf. Yep, coming exclusively to the PlayStation 6. But anyways, folks, that does it for questions and comments. I thank you all for commenting, and thank you, Aaron, for posting the video over on OGS. Don't know how well this one would go over if it posted over there, but thank you anyway. Yeah, cool. Alright, so folks, with that leaves only one last section here of this week, and that's my recommendation and my pick of the week. Pick of the week this week, folks, it's gotta go to Don Bradman Cricket. I can't even say that with a straight fucking face and actually say it. My pick of the week this week obviously goes to Stardew Valley, or episode 5 of the Batman Telltale series, which, folks, let's round of applause for Telltale. They actually got a game out on a regular schedule, like a month apart for most of the episodes. I think some of them were even closer than that together. So bravo, Telltale. way to go! We didn't get, like, even last time with Minecraft, episode 1 came out, then 2 was like right after, like, oh, that's awesome. Then a month later we got the next one, a month later we got the next one, and then we waited like 3 months, I think it was, for the last episode. But this time they stepped up their game. They were like one bam, 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 bam. So thank you, ma'am, or fellow at Telltale, whoever actually got things on a really, really good schedule. And I've been enjoying that series, and I'm going to pick up episode 5. God, I definitely want to consider that game into my top 10 list for the end of the year. As for my recommendation this week, I never thought of this going into this. I want to pick like an old school game that I really enjoyed. But this week, screw it. You know, since we got Dangan, no, I already did Danganronpa, didn't I? I don't know what to pick this week. I really don't know what to pick. I'm trying to think of something really. You know what? Fuck it. I'm picking Hitman this week. This is my recommendation of the week for you guys this week. A game that's, you know, at full price right now, but still. Hitman, it ended up being fucking awesome. I enjoyed it. The best game since Blood Money on PS2. So highly recommend that you check out the episodic Hitman game. Really well done. And that, folks, is going to do it for me this week. Sorry for the shitty episode, because it's not that great. I know it's not that great. Next week's episode, folks, I promise you, it will be much, 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 much better. So get hyped for that episode. And as for me, well, as for you, you guys are awesome. And as for me, I'm gonna go glitch out right now. Casual ending to this podcast. Listen to that music play.